Hi Taurus, how are you guys? Welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I'm in a better day than yesterday. Yesterday was chaotic because I changed things around and it wasn't going right and the lighting wasn't right. Anyways, it's all good and I'm sort of getting over the little head cold I was getting. So this week, Taurus, we're doing much more spiritual readings. And why I wanted to do more spiritual readings, like I'm bringing in oracle cards. I'm bringing in my mystical shaman oracle deck. Anyone that's been following me for a while knows that I use that quite a bit, particularly in the summer. I was doing deeper spiritual readings, and then I just needed to pull away from that too. I was getting the message to do it. I think I needed to do it. Maybe some of the people in the channel needed to hear different messages. And they can be fatiguing to me, especially if the messages are very heavy. So, and there were some heavy messages we had over the summer, but I really feel like it's time to really start moving the channel. I feel ready for it, to move the channel into more spiritual, deeper messages. Because regardless if you're looking for advice on your career and your family, relationship, love, romance, any of that, the underlying to all of it, if it's not working the way you want it to, or it seems like there's some sort of a block that you just can't get through, or you're feeling stagnant or confused or heavy, it all comes down to the deeper part of yourself in that experience. If there's something that you want and it's at this vibrational level, but you're down here, there's nothing that any card reader can tell you about how to approach this person or how to get that job, or because it all comes from the foundation, the grounding of you, that energy, right? So that's why we're going into deeper readings, because it can help resolve all these issues. So having said that, what I started with was the Mystical Shaman deck. Now, I've pre-shuffled and I've pulled out cards already because the readings might start to get a little long. I'm going to use tarot cards. Like, I'm going to pull out all the other cards like with you and in front of you for the reading. But I wanted to pull out the oracle cards first, and I'm going to tell you what you got, and it's looking pretty interesting. So the first card that I pulled out, the question that I ask when I'm pulling this card, waiting for this card to come out, is what is it that Taurus should be moving away from? Where should you be taking your energy away from at this time? So the card that you guys got, Taurus, was the Wind. You have the Wind card here. It doesn't focus here. Let me get it to focus. The Wind. Now, can you see the energy and the chaos sort of around that card? Now, with the Wind represents change that comes in. And it's usually change that's coming in for a reason. It's coming in to push you forward. It's coming in to perhaps get you to question things about your life or the direction that you're going in or the approaches that you're taking. It's usually, I want to say, divinely driven. Like the energies of the universe are bringing in some sort of wind of change to knock your socks off a little bit, right? Like it can knock your socks off a little bit, Taurus, when the wind comes in. So dealing with this, it's time to pull your energy away from that. So I got this card and I thought, this sounds like a good message for Taurus, because this is more like this is very airy energy too. Like I would associate this, if I wanted to represent it in the tarot somehow, I would say it's very Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. It's very air-based, sword energy, which isn't really Taurus. You guys are Pentacles. You are very grounded. You like having that plan, having time to make that plan and make that choice and that decision. Where the Wind just kind of comes in and everyone's like, oh my gosh, I don't know, right? So that can be a little heavy. So I feel like maybe you've been going through some of that, or it just feels like, you know, there's so much going on right now. Oh, don't worry. It's changing. It's changing, and it's about to get pretty interesting for you. So that's what you're being asked to move away from, or to allow it to move away from you. I feel is the best way to maybe describe this card. because it's the wind, and the wind moves on its own, and it's been taking you for a ride. So as it's going by, you're being allowed, you know, you want to hang on to that tree over there, grab onto it and let the wind keep going. So that's the man. That's where you're moving away from, Taurus. I like it. It's nice. But are you ready for what you need to move towards? You got 2 cards. So Aries got 2 cards yesterday, but they got 2 cards for what they're moving away from. So you're the first this week that's got 2 for what you're moving towards. And I may have to go back into the book because the messages are quite interesting. And as well as what I get from the card on its own. So the first card that came out is Crow. Well, I'm going to show you both, actually. Let's show you both. And you can kind of look at the pictures. You got the Crow and the Staff. This is the energy. This is what you were being asked to move towards. This is what you are being nudged towards. So the Crow is a very powerful card. Crow is all about truth. The Crow only speaks the truth. You know, when you're in the woods or you're walking around, even in the suburbs, the crows, all of a sudden, they just come by and caw, 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 here and there and everywhere. And they are screeching out a truth like nobody's tomorrow. They are just, it's coming out, and it's not the most pleasant sound. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. But if you want to compare it to what would be considered very musical notes, you know, I do have, I don't think I got kind of low. I've got some. You can hear it. See, I got that playing in the background here. That's musical. But this is not musical because this is the hard, fast truth. And this is a truth about inside you. Not a truth that you've led yourself to believe about yourself. It's not, here, let's get into the book. Let's get into the book. You know what, yeah, I'm okay. I don't need my glasses today. I needed them yesterday. Yeah, no, maybe I'll put them on. Maybe I'll put them on. Okay. This is what I really like about this, because this book has different elements. The invitation, the medicine, the essence. The invitation, I think, is really important for Taurus with this Crow card. So you got the invitation here with the Crow. When you speak the truth and practice truth, eventually everything you say becomes true. Your power to co-create with the truth is the universal law. Correct what is untrue in your life without judgment. Let the truth set you free. So the medicine in this card is pretty good too. Be true to your world. Crow arrives just as we have convinced ourselves that what we are doing is right and justified. And while this may be the case in the realm of relative truth, the higher realm of absolute truth, it is not. Look deeply into your heart and remain alert, lest you convince yourself of something that isn't deeply true for you, or perhaps is not the highest truth. Do not seduce yourself with illusions. I like that. I like that a lot. And, you know, once we get into the Staff card too, you'll get the full message. And as the two come together with moving away from the wind energy and coming into this truth with the Crow, and then with the Staff too. The Staff is a very interesting card. And the Staff is very shaman-like. This is like a very deep mystical energy with the Staff. And I feel like you're being asked to go into that. And that's more of your own deep mystical self on this journey of your truth. So what I feel like, before I get into the Staff, to give you a little more clarity here between the two, that you're going from wind to Crow Staff, is I feel like something has come in your life in the last little while. Maybe depends on anyone. It could be in a couple weeks, could be a few months, whatever it is. And the wind brought this in. And it was a big shift in your perception of reality, your understanding of something, of yourself or others. It was big, and it's really pulled you through. And you've been struggling with it. And I feel like it came through because it was time for you to move on a path that was more true to you. Something that was much more true to your divine self on this journey that you're in this lifetime. But you've been so caught up, I feel like, in the chaos of the wind. of this wind card, of the energy of it, that you're still not, you're not recognizing the deep truth within you. And that's the important part of this lesson, because that's the direction you really, that is the most beneficial to you, is your truth, is moving towards your truth. So, and we get into the staff card. Let us see, let us see. So the medicine of this card is interesting. I'll hold it up so you can look at the card and really feel the energy of it. You are caught in the delicate balance between opposing forces, between masculine and feminine, between action and non-action. Use this to your advantage, as there can be no day without night, no low without high, no wrong without right. This is the time to take corrective action. Begin with your beliefs about what needs to be fixed or repaired. Let destiny take its course, nudging it slightly along. So the wind is destiny in a way, right? The wind is destiny in a way. It's coming in and it's trying to push you towards that. And I feel like you've been like just overwhelmed with the responsibilities that have come in with the wind, with the change of course that's come in with the wind. Like if you're just sailing down your river and everything is good, all of a sudden the wind comes in and whoa, wait a second, I can't get to the shore, we're gonna hit those rocks. Like, it's just like chaos. It feels like there's too much chaos for you, Taurus, in this change. So what you're really being asked to do with the crow and the staff is to really think about whatever this change might be that just feels like chaos. Chaos and a bit of confusion or disruption into what you thought and felt was your truth. What was the truth? The truth has changed somehow, but it's really your perception of the truth or your understanding of it, because you have a deeper truth within you that never changes. It never changes. So that's why when we get into different situations and we question them, we're like, oh, I always thought it was this way. I always thought it was like that. Or why? It's because you're understanding your deeper truth better. That's why, like, all of a sudden we can look at different groups of people too differently. Like sometimes you go in and out of different friendships. And it's because, well, I always jived with what was going on with them. And then all of a sudden you just kind of have an awakening moment. You're like, boy, this guy, all they do is gossip. Like, why was, it doesn't serve me. That doesn't serve anybody. I don't feel comfortable in that energy. And you think, like, have they changed? No, it's just getting into better alignment with your deeper truth, your deeper self. So what this is. So with the staff card, it's kind of saying, you know what? All you need to do on this journey is allow things to move. Allow it to move, but just sort of hang tight into what it is as your truth. That grounding energy that is your truth. Now, with the Sweat Lodge card, this is the underline. I didn't mention this yet. This is the card at the bottom of the deck. So this is the underline. And I find the underline is one of the most important, because that's what really causes everything else to happen. That's the catalyst. The underline is the catalyst. So with the Sweat Lodge, that is really telling you, asking you gently, nudging you, Taurus, go into yourself. Go into yourself and really explore the truth. Try to find that divine truth within you right now, because that's your course. That's your course. And you don't have to be, if something has come through that's made you like change your perspective or feel like you're being forced to change your perspective, you're not being forced to change your perspective. Your perspective is changing naturally on its own because you're getting more in tune with your deeper truth, your deeper self. I like that. So Taurus. Oh yeah, everyone wants to know. This is my new tarot deck. I just got it. Ethereal Visions. It's a beautiful deck. So pretty. I love it. It's very Art Deco. It's my favorite time period. Not the worn stuff, but just the art in it and the style. So we're going to start with, I'm going to get into the tarot here for you with this reading now. So the wind, I get so many, like I get so much coming through with these oracle cards. Sometimes I start to like, okay, I don't even know what to ask, because I'm clear with that. I'm clear with the wind. For some of you though, let's just get more clarity on this wind. What was the wind bringing in for you? Because maybe there's a lot of things that have come in, but there's something that feels very specific to you that is making you look at things differently and trying to figure out what the heck is the truth here. Well, the truth is inside you. The truth is inside you. So what is this wind that came in specifically, too many cards, thank you, specifically for Taurus regarding the wind that they are moving away from? They are moving away from this wind. What is this wind representational of specifically for Taurus? Okay, what do we, well, no, these all flipped upright, so it's very important that I pick them up. These are the cards, Cindy. Wow, interesting here. Give me a second, because you have one. You have 4 cards here. Wow. So the first card that we have here is the Page of Cups. So we have the Page of Cups here. So this is an offering of feelings. See, this is the funny thing. You know how I said like these spiritual readings, and they'll end up going into relationship or work or something, because that's what we all deal with in our day-to-day. But it's the deeper spiritual message that gives us clarity on how to really approach it within ourselves so that we can move forward in it. So some sort of an offer. So the wind to me is the past. The wind is the past. So there's an offer of someone's feelings. Somebody offered a cup out to you. So this could even be someone, an offer in a new friendship perhaps. And maybe this isn't the type of person you would typically accept that friendship from. Or it could be romantic energy. Somebody's offered you some feelings that are much deeper than friendship. And then comes with that the 7 of Cups. So this 7 in this deck, this 7 of Cups card is very much about delusions, trying to understand the truth in it. Like maybe you're not, because it does feel like for some reason this is maybe not someone that you would typically accept friendship or love from, but with this 7 of Cups, but you're putting the mask on. See, you've put the mask on, but you are holding it. Did you just put the mask on to try to convince yourself of the truth that you understood it to be? Are you ready to take the mask off and say, you know what, maybe this is more the energy that I am now? And then the 4 of Cups. I feel like this was a big surprise. I don't feel like you expected this. And then it's the wind. It's the wind, right? So that's pretty good because it's the wind. You don't expect it coming in with the wind. And it kind of flew in on little wings. So cute, this deck. I love it. See the little wings and kind of flew in. So it's almost like a divinely given gift here. An offer of friendship, an offer of feelings, an offer of love. But you know, there's some illusion behind it for you, or you're trying to keep illusion going, but you know, this card is great. This person is holding a skull. And typically in a lot of the tarot decks, the skull will represent the death card, which is a change in something very dramatic for yourself. A change in how you see yourself, a change in where you work. Like it can be it can be something huge, but within the death card, it signifies a brand new beginning in something. But I think you're holding on to the mask a little bit. You're holding on to the mask a little bit, which is why the Crow card has come out for you here to really, really look at your truth. And then we have Temperance, the last of the 4 that have come out. And what a beautiful card. My gosh, it's so divine. And just look at how this beautiful angel, this beautiful spirit energy, can harness and play with the water in these cups. This is something that she can do that we cannot. She is not in the 3-dimensional realm. This energy is not in the 3-dimensional realm. This is energy that is being played with and manipulated and worked with more spiritual energies. It's not our own. I don't know if any of you are that magical that you can get water to do that, get liquid to do that right now in a cup. But she's this spiritual angel energy, whatever you want to call it, is creating balance and slow movement with this. And Temperance is often a signifier of some sort of relationship. And, you know, with the Page of Cups here, this is likely an offer of friendship, an offer of love. I feel like it came more towards you than you extending it towards someone else, because it feels like a surprise to you, and it came in on the wind. So what's it going to be, Taurus? Is this a new group of people? Is this one person in particular? Is it a situation that I feel like you're looking at something or someone very, very differently, and you're having problems dealing with that because it's not following the path of what you understood to be the truth before. But that's why you're being asked to look into your more deeper divine self, because that truth is always the same. That never changes. I love that message, actually. I say that to the kids at school when I do lunch monitor. Not always, but periodically it comes up because someone called me this or said this or said, I'm like, is it true what they said about you? No. Can they change that by stating it? Can they change the truth that you have, that you know of yourself? No. It's the truth, right? Well, you know your truth inside you. No one can touch that. No one can change that. You'll always have that. I love that. And that message is for anyone at any age. And that's what this is, Taurus. But because I'm dealing with adults, and I'm an adult, we all get labels, and we all get, you know, conditioned throughout life about who we should be, how we should think, what groups we should follow, what course of action we should take. And it's not necessarily that they were bad labels or bad directions. It's just how other people understood the truth to be and what they thought would maybe be more beneficial to you. There could be times where people wanted it to be more beneficial to them. But so it's come to a point where it's like, well, what is it, Taurus? What is your truth? Your deeper truth. So now let's pull some cards out for the crow. For the crow with Taurus here. What is this deeper truth? Woo! Oh yeah, something's ending. Remember what I said about the Seven of Cups and that they're holding the skull here, which reminds me of the Death card. It's not the Death card, but it's just the same. It's the Ten of Swords here. So an ending, something within you is finished, it's over, it's done, that's gone. Having trouble, like, really pulling in with that. I feel like it's really, like, for some of you, it's left you feeling really finished. Like you're so close to the end, though. Like, you're there. Your fingertips are just inches from the water. And that's what I feel when the Staff card is here to support the Crow card. Because the Staff card is telling you, just let the energy flow. Just let the situations do what they want to do. Just you flow, right? You just flow. Don't try to force anything. Don't try to overanalyze it or overthink it. Just, if you want to think about anything, just think about your deeper truth. And your deeper truth is usually best expressed or understood by, do I feel better if I choose the right side? Or do I feel better if I choose the left side? And I mean in terms of which way do I want to go? If I decide that, you know, whatever this was, you know, I think I should just completely walk away from it and remove myself from that. Oh, how do you feel when you say that, when you think that? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel like, oh, like do you get like almost like your diaphragm feels a little deflated, or your chest just feels heavy? How do you feel? But then if you think about it and you say, you know what? Without knowing where it leads, without trying to guess where this is going to take me, what will become of this situation? How do I feel if I say I'm going to go there? I'm going to go in that direction. How does that make you feel? Does the diaphragm feel tight? Do you feel energized? That's like how you find your deeper truth. Really, it's amazing, right? So you're so close to the end with this Ten of Swords. Taurus, you are so close to the end of whatever this was that came in with the wind. You're so close to the end, my friends. So the Queen of Swords came out. Oh, wow. I'm just taking time to look at the cards too because the deck is new to me. I have studied the cards, but very briefly. Wow. I can't believe this card came out. Look closely. That's not a dove on her shoulder. It's not to me. That's a white crow or white raven. That's very deep spiritual energy. There is a white raven in the Mystical Oracle deck too. The Queen of Swords is really about, you know, kings are more about controlling. Kings are very controlled. They will control their feelings and their emotions. They will exhibit control in times of need. If the queen, you know, she holds her sword. She is the swords. And, you know, this is air energy again. Like it is something that came in on the wind for you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And some of you perhaps are dealing with that in this situation. But this is the truth. She knows her truth. And she holds on to it peacefully and supported by spirit. The white raven is sitting on her shoulder saying, you finally found your truth. I'm so glad. I love it for you. I love it for you. And the queens are more about feeling. So she's feeling her truth. She's understanding. She's going into it. She's not control. And when I say not controlling it, I don't mean like running crazy and going, yes, yes, everyone, I found my truth. No, no, it's still swords. She's still like reserved. She's sitting on her throne, but she is internally feeling her truth. She's internally feeling that truth right now. The staff, it is asking you just to go down on the journey, just to follow the journey, just see where it goes. Ooh. The Knight of Wands has come out for the journey. Wow, your desires. Moving forward with your desires. Allowing it to progress naturally too. Oh, who wears a mask as well here? So this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And this was also Sagittarius energy here with Temperance. But this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. It is very, very much driven by desire. By what it is that you desire. The staff card is telling you here right now that that's your journey. Right now, that cycle, this is your journey. And what is your deepest truth about that? What is your deepest truth about that desire? The Knight of Wands takes action. Look at this. This is actually, so I have studied the deck a little bit. And all of the knights in this deck, none of them are on a horse. None of them, except the Knight of Wands. And typically, I'm trying to get it to focus and it's playing catch with me here. Typically, the Knight of Wands is very, you know, fast moving. But I would often say that the Knight of Swords is the fastest in the deck. Not in this. The Knight of Wands comes through and the steed is even on fire. Like, look at the desire and the energy that the steed, but the mask is being worn. Is also the only one wearing a mask out of the knights in this deck. Why is the Knight of Wands wearing a mask? I would like to know. Why is the Knight of Wands still wearing the mask? Does this seem like the best way to approach a new truth? Why is the Knight of Wands wearing a mask? Why is the Knight of Wands wearing a mask? Oh, the King of Pentacles. Gosh, you guys, Taurus, here you are. There's your card, Taurus. The King of Pentacles. Give me a second on this message. Yeah, well, it's obvious, really. So, you know, typically, Taurus is signified as one of the signs that doesn't quickly show feeling or emotion or express feeling. And I don't want to say in general that's how you all, no. Just in the tarot, okay? So just in the tarot, because the King of Pentacles is like, this is amazing energy. This is somebody who's really worked for what they have. They're looked up to. They help others. They help themselves, but not in any sort of a selfish way. And this person is very well off, very well established, has a wonderful foundation, usually surrounded by riches and fulfillment and luxuries, like really good energy, but they're not very quick. This king is not very quick. I would say the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords are the two kings that are not big on sharing feeling and emotion. It's a little bit, they've got it grounded. They've got it grounded. The King of Swords may be hiding it a bit, but the King of Pentacles, I think it's grounding it. So you are wanting to come through, but it doesn't feel like you. I do feel like you feel like you're wearing a bit of a mask with whatever you are needing or wanting, desiring to move forward on. Because you are the King of Pentacles, but yet. So that's why. That's why you're wearing a mask for this. Because you are the King of Pentacles, but you're like, I feel like the universe is asking me to be the Knight of Wands. Like, I don't know how to do that. It's okay. It's fun. I'm a Knight of Wands. Just go and do it. Just go and do it. You want to wear a little mask? That's okay. That'll make it fun. So what's the best approach though? Well, the Knight of Wands is the best approach. It's going forward with your desires. It does feel like a mixed message though, doesn't it, Taurus? Like it does feel a little bit like a mixed message for you. To be the Knight of Wands, but yet you wear the mask because you're not quite in that energy. So how does Taurus get fully in? How does Taurus feel comfortable? What is the best way for Taurus to feel comfortable moving into this energy? Oh, wow. This is new. Get into it. You got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles here. Wow, you are moving forward in a brand new, so the best way to feel comfortable is to move forward full force. Let it take you full force, right? You're not even being asked or told by the spirit guides to force yourself in this direction. They're just asking you to let it go. Let this new beginning happen. This is a big new beginning. The Ace of Cups, so there's feelings here. So perhaps you are looking for a new beginning with this friendship, partnership, romantic interest, whatever it is. There's a new beginning here. Temperance is working on it, remember? Temperance is working on the balance and the energy between this situation. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Pentacles, like this is solid. So with the Ace of Pentacles coming in with the Ace of Cups, I feel like the Ace of Cups is overflowing. It's overflowing with feelings and love and happiness. And the Ace of Pentacles is balanced and nurtured. Look at how these two hands embrace this pentacle so beautifully. Balance, nurturing. And pentacles are all about, you know, sort of moving forward slowly, but with balance. And it's something that's sustainable. However this takes you down the road, I really feel like it's good for you, Taurus. However it goes, this new truth, this new journey. You're so close. Like with this Ten of Swords, literally, this person's fingers are just inches away from the water. Just inches away from the water. That's why it's okay now. Don't even worry about the past, what the wind brought in on the past. Let everything play out, but just work on your divine truth. What's your divine truth? So the Oracle deck that I'm pulling out from right now is called The Journey of Love. This is an amazing deck. Just beautiful. Messages are awesome. I'm definitely pulling the message out of the book for you because you can't miss it. You got to get it. It's awesome. So for Taurus, exiting this wonderful reading for Taurus, what message can we get from the Journey of Love deck for Taurus as they exit this reading? A final message for our wonderful bovine Tauruses. Oh, ooh, who else had this card? I can't remember. It was either Aquarius, Pisces, or Aries, because those are the only three that I've done so far. They also got this card, the Breaking. Ooh. Oh, wow, I'm seeing something in it that I didn't see yesterday. Wow. Okay, what I'm seeing in this right now is this beautiful woman's figure here. And you can see this is like her hair and her arms are extended back. She's doing like this huge back arch here. And her head is here. And she's like she's been swirled around here. Reminds me of the wind you've been pulled and pushed through. She's been swirled around. She's allowing herself to move with this energy at this time. And as she's being allowed to move with this energy, what doesn't serve her anymore is breaking away and pulling away from her. It's just like, it's just happening. As you allow the staff to just have things play out and go down the river, the road where you need to go now, and just understand your truth and release what is not your truth. That's it. But let's go into the book. That's my little message for you on that card. Really beautiful. 65. The breaking. This oracle brings in compassionate guidance that no matter what sadness or anger, despair, or frustration you may feel, you are being pulled apart. Not by dark forces, but by the loving embrace of the divine, as it strips you of that which would keep you from your divine realizations. Let go and break. It is going to be the making of you. Ooh, I love that card. There you go, Taurus. Let go. Let those truths that really aren't yours anymore fly right off. Let them fly right off, Taurus. There you go, guys. That's your reading. I hope you enjoyed that for this week, and we're going to be doing spiritual readings for a while. It just feels like the right thing to do for me right now and for you guys. So I hope you had enjoyed it, and have a wonderful week, guys. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.